smile on my heart. Wow. Last night, when I left you, I left not only with, your smiles and all of that, I literally left here with your DNA. Because I think I got to touch most of you. And if I didn't get to touch you, just make sure I touch you today, because that makes me that much fuller. I'm no longer just Penny Johnson-Gerald. I'm Penny Johnson-Gerald International. You are amazing. You are amazing. I went home with your tears. I went home with your heart. And, they always say, it ain't over till the fat lady sings. So don't start singing anybody who has a little bit, meat on it. It ain't over, okay? So I love you guys so much. So let's get started. Now, do we do questions? What happens again? Because, I am so charged this morning. I feel like we need a workout session. I mean, seriously though, let me just leave you with something that I charge people for. So let me leave you with something free. Because I know you want to talk about Castle, or you want to talk about my career, or you want to talk about other people who aren't even on the stage that I might know about. But I do want to leave you with something that really is about who I am. So I want to challenge all of you, young or old, big or small. I just want to challenge you to whip yourself into the best physical shape that you can possibly muster. That doesn't mean you need to be a size 0. Okay? It means you need to be the best that you can be. So I'm going to challenge all of you, fans around the world. Let's just make sure that we are all around next year by really being good to yourselves. You are so good to us. I want to make sure that you are good for yourself. Okay? So, that being said, I'm just going to give you just a little secret of what I give people when they come to me. I've had the pleasure this year of working with a lot of people who have had bouts with cancer, and which is just a horrible thing. But I've been able to deposit something in their lives so that they can look forward to something. What is life if it's no more than waking up and looking forward to something? If you have nothing to look forward to, you might as well just check out. So when I wake up, I think of all the things I have to look forward to. And I mean, they're not like these huge things. They're like a meal. I so look forward to that. Croissants. Oh my gosh, somebody gave me croissants this morning. It was just amazing. A good cup of coffee, some OJ. I look forward to giving a smile to a stranger. I look forward to kind words. I look forward to seeing a young person get something different and then they get it, which is strange because parents are always trying to do that for the young people, but sometimes it takes a stranger to do it and then they actually listen, and then the parent is going, well, didn't I just say that? So it has to be something you look forward to, even if it's your job or turning on the television and watching your favorite television show, which in this case, I certainly hope is Castle. Okay, so I want you to really be around to be able to look forward to that, and that starts with you being good to yourselves and being free to be who you are in yourself. A lot of you have tweeted to me, this is why I'm even talking about it, because a lot of you have tweeted to me over the years about different issues that you've been having, and I tell you to hit me up privately on Facebook, so I've been able to talk to you one-on-one, and I don't want to lose that with you. So again, if you see me absent for a little while from Twitter. Please understand that I will be doing that just for a little while because I'm wrapping my head around a change. If it doesn't change, it's still going to be wrapping my head around the change. But I still want to have access to you. And those of you who you have a need of something that I can help you with, whether it's some words of wisdom because I've been living a longer time than you, then please hit me up on Facebook. And if you don't know that, look at Twitter and you'll know how to hit me up on Facebook. I am not like a lot of other celebrities where someone is monitoring everything. When you hit me up privately, this is the voice that you're receiving an answer from. My assistant is Miri. If you hear from Miri, she gets it directly to me. But very seldom will you hear from Miri. You will always, almost always hear from Penny. So if you can promise me that you won't fall absent, I will promise you that I will never not be there. We got a deal? Okay, good. So, I don't know how to keep this going, but I feel like, you know, I'm at 147 squats right now because I needed a 2-inch butt lift and my husband enjoyed it. So thank that. So I have that to look forward to. I also have things to look forward to. I have things to look forward to, like my little booth. Now, how many of you got a little pin, a little boopy pin? Okay, I woof you or boop in peace. That was a little drawing that I did of my dog Chester, Dresden. That's no secret. You saw me with Chester probably for almost a whole year, and you were probably thinking, isn't she married? Well, that's because, as I told you yesterday, my husband was away at our farm since August of last year. So I had my little boot with me everywhere that I went. And then we adopted a son last year as well, who is fine as wine, you wonderful girls. He is so fine. Who just graduated, you know, with honors out of high school. So we got an older teenager, and it's exciting. So he was on my arms a lot this year. So I'm just trying to let you know what's been going on with me. So I had a lot of family life going on, but now I know I got a lot of family life going on now, and you are definitely a part of that. So questions, because I think this is it for the questions for PJJ. So I want to make sure everyone is understanding, because I did go home last night concerned that because we all speak different languages in the room, that maybe some people did not get my answers interpreted to them fully. So we're going to do it this way. If there's a question and you're sitting there thinking, what is that person saying? Raise your hand so we can find out if there's someone in the room who can actually interpret for you, because let's get our money's worth. All right, okay, questions, just raise your hand and I'm going to come to you. How about that? Okay, questions, yeah. Here we go. See, this is how I cheat and get my workout in. Hi, baby doll, what you want to know?
I've always been wondering, and this is probably the last chance to ask, what does Katzengate's husband do?
Well, apparently he does a lot because we have never seen him. And apparently she doesn't see him either. But I do gather that she loves him a lot, because one day when she thought Castle was sending these secret love letters to her, she got all flustered and said, I am a married woman. But in my imagination, he is so wonderful, so good looking. He could be anyone. Actually, I was pitching last year. I said, you know, we haven't really seen my husband, and those 2 kids, so the picture that you see in my office, you have never really like zoomed in on them. Suppose I had like a kid of every ethnicity. Suppose that was the coolest thing about Gates, that she had like all these kids, and you figure like, wait a minute, she's not even married, she just has a bunch of kids. So, go figure. All right, next. Okay, I'm gonna go on this, I'm gonna go like this. Now you guys, are we like non-English speaking on this side? Because the hands aren't raising. Okay, we got a hand over here. All right, coming, 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 coming. Here we are.
Hello. Well, I was rewatching The X-Files a few months ago, and it was a great surprise to see you as a guest star. I just want to say how jealous I am that you got to work with my two favorite actresses, Marcelia and Stana. And well, I know it was a while ago, but I was just wondering if you can share something of that experience, or if you have any memories from the shooting. The X-Files.
Oh, yes, I do.
Good question! I think at the time, I tend to be a multi-tasker. And so when I did the X-Files, I was just finishing up, I did the Larry Sanders Show and Star Trek at the same time. The only difference is I had to change my hair, and I got into a really rut one time. Because, one show is, I don't know, it's crazy. And then I was doing ER. So at one point I was doing 3 shows at the same time. And so I had to remember what my hairdo was like. And so when they asked me to do X-Files, that would make it the 4th show at the same time. So I was running out of hairdos. And I went, oh my gosh, okay, I got knots for ER, Star Trek that make me look like a big buffoon, because, okay, and Larry Sanders, I'm just a smart ice, with straight hair. And I was thinking, okay, what can I do for X-Files? What can I do for X-Files? They put me in a hazmat suit. So I didn't have to do the hairdo. But it was my first experience having my whole body covered. And I'm claustrophobic. And we were in these tunnels. And I was so hot shooting this X-Files that I literally fainted in the tunnel while shooting X-Files. So we were taking bodies out on a stretcher, and I really thought that night they were going to take me out on a stretcher. So shooting X-Files was really nice, really a wonderful thing to do. What I didn't know while I was doing X-Files is that my next producers, which were producers of 24, had worked on X-Files as well. So it's like a circle. I've been in a circle of different shows where I work with someone, and then I don't know that I'm about to work with them again. So that was a wonderful experience. I know that I cannot have a hazmat suit on because I will just faint, and but I know that I can sustain and survive. So that was my experience on X-Files. Wow, they're showing that again? Okay, over here, my little baby girl. All right, Jasmine.
Hi. My question is, I started watching Emergency Room like a month ago, and I saw that you're on there. And I was wondering, what's the difference, like, filming this and then Castle? So what's the difference on the sets?
This, I was trying to put words together because there are a lot of people I have to respond to that I haven't. And I was trying to think myself really recently what the difference is working with Castle or any other show. And I find that the biggest difference is the cast. With this cast, I mean, most people say, oh, we're like family or whatever. But with Castle, we really are like family. Like brother, sister kind of thing. And the other situations is just professional. You go in, you know these actors, my background is theater. And I went to a wonderful school called Juilliard. And so, you know, we're thespians, you know, we're actors. We take it seriously. We go on the set, you know, we look at a script. We beat the script out. We find out what this relationship is. We do this. I mean, it's so much work because we're actors. But on Castle, we're family first, and we just happen to be actors. So I think that is the biggest difference on the set. So that's the tone.
What was your funniest or weirdest experience with a fan?
What was my funniest experience with a fan? It was not with Castle. I was shooting a show called 24, and I was playing this wonderful, really nice, sweet little lady called Sherry Palmer. Actually, there were two instances. One, I was in Italy with my husband, and we were shopping in the streets of Florence, and I heard this man. He was with his wife, and my husband and I were having, you know, stopping, you know, with the shops, and I heard this man, and they were kind of like right alongside of us, and I heard him say to his wife, "The beach, the beach," and I said, "Sweetheart, we have to leave. That man is calling his wife a bitch." And he said, "No, honey, he's talking about you." Apparently he had just seen 24. He couldn't believe that he was standing next to the #1 bitch on television. And I found out that that was the biggest compliment ever. And the second incident, I was in shopping again. And I don't like to shop. I was with my husband again, and we were, I think we were buying wine at the Grove. It wasn't called the Grove at the time, but this is a place in California. And my husband, no, it was Pier 1. Pier 1 Import, yeah, there you go. And my husband was in one section, and I was in another section. And I went over to a section by myself. And all of a sudden, I felt this energy racing toward me. And it was a woman, and she was bigger than me, and she